Because they do have questions, you know, what is life going to be like after I get done with this procedure?
If you handle it right, in most cases, life is going to be far better than it ever was before, because the underlying problem has been helped so much by the surgery and the medication that you can look forward to a wonderful new life. It takes time to get there, but I'm measuring time in weeks, not years, so you have to do it, though, and stay active.
The big thing is you know, being able to talk to somebody who's been through this before. You can start to see a light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
In talking to us, and I know when I visit with them, I still feel a little prejudiced. I think it's tougher on the supporting crew people than it is on the patient, because we're anesthetized. We're out of it completely, and they're in there wondering what's happening.
That's true, but they play a very important role.
Oh, definitely they do.
You know, and you have the physical part of recovery, which is the rehab and the diet, but there's also the mental part, which is get back to, if you can get back to work, go ahead, do it, so with doctor's approval. And if you're retired like I am, get into some kind of activity, volunteer. Hopefully with Mended Hearts, but also a church group or whatever you want, but stay active. We don't want people to stay at home.
But you have to watch it, because you can get burned out in over volunteering, you know.
Oh, yeah.
In some of these groups, you got to pace yourself, especially once it's over with. You know, listen to your body, listen to your cardiologist.
Absolutely, good point.
And go from that point.
Yeah. And have fun. Nothing wrong with that.
You know, and you enjoy yourself down at the main campus. Yours Cosgrove's right-hand man, isn't it?
No, not exactly.
Left-hand man, and working on it.
Yeah, but there's a lot of different things a person can do.
Sure.
For instance, with Mended Hearts, visiting is the main thing, but we have needs for people on the computer and mailing, other things that any organization needs. So if you don't want to visit patients, there's other activities for you.
And classes are put on for the support group at the clinic.
Yes.
I don't know whether you do that at Hillcrest or not.
Not formal classes, but we visit the families in the waiting area at Hillcrest. At the clinic, we give classes, formal classes to the support people.
They have an excellent book, too, that day by day what's going to happen with the patient, and it holds real real
yet other hospitals do, too.
Sure.
Hillcrest's book is excellent. So.
I know Lake County West coordinators, Catherine Fagan, whose husband passed away, about a year ago?
Yeah.
Something along that line. Miss him. Joe and Rose Keogh from the Eastlake area are very active, involved. In fact, Joe's the one that got me going in Mended Hearts.
Oh, really?
After my surgery and everything, you know, he wouldn't let go. real nice couple.
Well, you visit at the clinic, and I think that's excellent. Do a wonderful job.
I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. I think it helps us in some cases more than it does others, you know. Because you get a good feeling when people leave, you know, you leave and you give somebody some hope that, you know, get them out of that depression. There is life after, and that's one of the biggest things we have. When we're visiting, we've got this packet here that we use, if you want to go through that a little bit.
Well, the Path Pack is given to us by the national organization, and it has articles in here. One, the gift of hope, very important for the patient. The gift of caring for family members, and information on the quality of life, and our newsletter, which we put in. We publish every month about patients that we visited, no names, just
How many?
people we've seen, how many, and some of our own activities, so it's worthwhile. It's free, and the meetings we put on once a month are available, also free. People are welcome to come, whether they're members or not, doesn't matter.
It's a matter of supporting them. And I know in the package that they have that sheet on what do we call it? Common symptoms.
Yes, things to look for.
Yeah.
And of course we give that to the patients, all
Right.
the patients.
Not in there.
Yeah.
And
And our national group for members has this magazine. It's excellent. Has articles every month that are really to the point, helpful for the patient and the caregiver. So we encourage people to take part in all of these things that we have available. Makes a difference.
I think the biggest thing we would like to do is get to patients before they have the surgery.
If we can.
This
not
is,
always.
and it's tough down at the clinic because it's all to come in.
Yeah.
And you get in there at 5 o'clock in the morning, I think. I remember years ago. And if you're lucky, you've had 2 seconds of sleep all night. And if you're also lucky, you're on the first surgery, not the afternoon surgery.
That describes me, yeah.
Yeah, but the trick is to be able to talk to them before, because they hear so many horror stories about, you know, oh, my life is ruined. And it's not true. In many cases, physically, we're in better shape than those of us that are supporting us, because our heart, arteries, and everything have been repaired.
That's right.
And
That's right. And not only that, but if you do the right things afterwards, you will be in better shape. And it's a lifelong activity. A lot of people get old and they stop any activity at all. It's the worst thing you can do. You want the right amount of activity, so after your heart's been repaired or properly medicated, then that's the time to get onto an activity program. And the activity is physical and also mental.
well, plus the fact us guys have a bad reputation for going to the doctor on a regular basis. I know when my wife drags me there, I call her a witness for the prosecution, because they always remember the last time you went,
Well,
and it seems longer than I remember.
We're all in denial of our condition until something happens to us.
Oh, yeah. But the biggest thing is we do offer support for, you know, the support people, the family, the patients before. We're going to put your name and number here. The email and the number itself is in our office down at the clinic, and you'll get back to them because you're there on a regular basis, to
Yes.
put it mildly.
4 days a week.
And I'm in the book, in the local phone book. If you know Joe or Rose Keel, there's another couple of contacts here in Eastlake to talk to. I know a lot of times I've been able, through this information, to give it to people prior to surgery, and they seem to feel a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
Because the more you know about it, realistically, not the horror stories and all. Because I know after the heart attack, you know, I said, we're going to have surgery. And I always thought, you know, a bit about your heart sitting on top of your chest, just squeamish, you know. So I know when I had to have it, I don't want to know anything. I just want to go through, get it over with, and get out of here.
Well, sure.
But there is a lot of information here that we can give them support. We're kind of a witness. We live beyond this episode, shall we say.
Well, in the old days when this surgery wasn't available or was far more risky,
Sure.
then you had more reason to be afraid. Now you have good reason to be very confident in the future, but a lot of it's up to you. You got to do
Oh, yeah.
what they tell you to do.
We're very fortunate here in Cleveland to have the wonderful medical staff. We've kind of ignored University Hospital, and they have a very fine program and a group that works out of our chapter that works in that facility
Right.
also. It's just you and I are involved more with the CCF end of the thing.
Right.
But we're very fortunate. You know, and I know they come from all over the world to the clinic, and the University Hospital, the same thing. And
The reason I live here is the Cleveland Clinic. I've been sick all my life.
Yeah.
And then when it came time to move from New York, where would I move? A small town in Oklahoma where I got a good job offer? No, I decided to come here. Good decision.
Oh, yeah, it makes it real good. And again, Mended Hearts is out there to help us, help you, help your family.
Yes.
If you can't get the patient to call, perhaps you call for them. And we're not medical professionals, but we've been in the bed. We've understood this. We've experienced a lot through other patients as we've gone through it. And Dick, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And keep Cosgrove alive down there at the Cleveland Clinic.
Well, good luck to you.
Okay, we'll be right back.